Generations, even my family. Trace myself, but the lineage goes back to the Battle of Hastings.
And we are live. What's up, beautiful people? Thank you so much for jumping on. Wow, you guys are jumping on fast today. Today is a special day. It is election day. All right, good shit. Happy to have you guys here. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's your boy, the Spiritual Bodybuilder, here to talk about the weekly energies for the week of November 3rd through the 9th of 2020. And yeah, today is a special day, a little bit. All right, we are in a monumental moment right now as we choose who is going to run our country for the next 4 years in this changing times. This man, oh man, has been one hell of a year that has really changed all of our lives in one way, shape, or form, right? I mean, I think that we really do, like, as the world has been communicating, right? The age of Aquarius is upon us. Today's your birthday. Holy shit. All right, you're gonna have one hell of a solar return. Good shit, nice. So this is where we're gonna go deep into the energy about what's going on right now. But I want to point out a few things here real quick. That you know, whichever direction this goes, which I have an idea. Okay, I think I know where it's going. All right, everything is happening to raise the vibration, to bring this world to the fifth dimension, right? To this higher vibrational good. And I believe that we have reached the point. Have any of you guys ever heard of the 100th monkey theory? What's up, guys? The 100th monkey theory states that whenever you get to a certain point, right, you can be doing something or thinking something. A great example is Facebook. All right, Facebook first started in just like these Ivy League colleges, and everybody started to want to get a piece of it, and then suddenly, boom! It reached this point where it just fucking exploded, and now it's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Well, that's what's happening with consciousness right now. All right, we reached this threshold at the beginning of 2020. And that is, and this is where you can look back at the astrology and see how it's all been divinely orchestrated, right? Where we had the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, January 12th of 2020, all right? And then that just brought out all this deep, dark shenanigans, right? And bring all this stuff out, that's the Plutonic energy in Capricorn. Capricorn is the foundation. It's who we are. It's where we live within us. All right. All this stuff that we've been suppressing for this entire age of Pisces is coming up and coming through us all. And now that it's getting purged, we've needed all these massive blasts all throughout the year. Just hit, just bam, bam. It's like getting hit from different angles, right? And opening up our consciousness in all these different ways. And at first, when this happens, it looks ugly. It looks messy. It's not fair. It's blah, 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 all this shit, right? But the fact is that it's necessary to clear all this stuff out. This is the awakening process that we've all been going through, okay? So we really have to remember that and understand that we are going through a deep, deep penetrating cleanse and purge. And a lot of the stuff on the outside is superfluous. It doesn't matter. What really matters is what's going on within, what's going on inside. The heart chakra is opening up, bringing us up to that fifth dimension, if you will. Okay? So today is a day that we are taking all our consciousness and putting it into that process. Ironically, we have Mercury stationed to go direct. And it is square over to Saturn and loosely over to Pluto. All right. So what does that mean? You hope the purge doesn't well, yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen. Kirsten, I don't think so. But I will say that, of course, with the communication between Mercury, hallelujah, it's going direct, right? But it's stationed direct. So the energy is most powerful today. This is no coincidence. This is all divinely orchestrated, all right? And we are moving forward now, but Saturn is a planet of restriction. So with Saturn restricting the energies going on here, it's like hold on a minute. We need to create. We need to figure this out. We need to sort all this shit out. Okay, so this is where like it's gonna take time. There's gonna be like probably some mess ups, probably some back and forth, whatever. It's almost like, look, this is what it is. Just let it come out, let it go where it's going to go. But there's also a yod happening today too. Okay. I talked about a little bit about this on my daily energy report, but with the moon also today conjuncting to the North Node. All right. And that being part of the yod. All right. Now the North Node now is at 20 degrees. So so Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter have already all crossed this, right? So it's loosely still quincunx over to Jupiter, which is the better of the three planets that could possibly be connected to, right? And that is sextile over to White Moon Selena. Now I use White Moon Selena because I feel the energy of it, and I'm a big fan of what that represents. So, with that, that's in Scorpio. So this Scorpionic energy is deep, right? This is all about a deep investigation into our hearts about who we are and who we want to become and where we're going in life and where we want to be. And taking all this depth, all this gunk, right, and transmuting it into this new life we want to create. So I bet there's some opportunities, unexpected, maybe in ways that you didn't expect or didn't understand, that are coming in, that are saying, hey, nice to meet you. Here, I'm the universe giving you a new opportunity. It doesn't really look like what you thought it was going to look like, but this is what we're giving you. And it can have the potential to change your life in ways that you don't even understand yet. So if anything has come in lately in the last couple weeks for you that has been like, that you've sort of been like, yeah, I'm not really sure about that, or I can't make it up my mind yet, okay? Not making up your mind because of Mercury retrograde, understandable. Now that it's direct, okay, it should solidify, okay, yep. There's so many unknowns right now, but if something feels right, okay, even amidst all the unknowns and all the other things that would, how is it going to play out? Go with what feels right. And I'm telling you what, right now, dude, that energy of like the unknown of like, oh, fuck, what's going to happen? They're portraying it out there, South Node in Sagittarius, right? The media, okay? And there's also Neptune square the nodes, okay? Neptune square the nodes is the outside playing up all this bullshit that is just not true. Because the fact is that I don't know anybody that's going to go out riding. I don't know anybody that is really pissed off or really doing super poorly. In fact, most of the people that I know are doing pretty damn good. Okay, a lot of growth going on and a lot of new and expansive things happening, and all in a positive way. So, allow that's them to, it's almost like, okay, you kids can go play your fuckery over there. I'm just going to stay here and I'm going to be an adult. I'm going to do my thing. Right. And that's that. Right. Oh, and FYI, if any of you are curious, okay, I wasn't feeling very good for a couple days, but I got a nebulizer, hydrogen peroxide, 3% food grade. Okay. And in a nebulizer, 10 minutes, 3 times a day. Boom. Good. 2 days. Fine. All right. So check that out. Try it out. It's so easy. And it's like, spend about $50 and you're good. So, and that is actually good for a lot of viral and bacterial infections. So check that out. Okay. I don't have any links for you. I apologize, but it's really good information to know. So with this yod, of course, yod is always positive, but it's transformative. And with transformative energy brings breakdown, breakthrough, and the breakdown and all that, it's percolating, it's peaking, right? And it's all this peaking and percolating. When you're sitting in that place, it's fucking uncomfortable, man. Right? It's like, it doesn't feel good, and this year has been like sort of like a dodging and weaving, but all this work, all this internal work that we've been doing has been to guide us towards feeling our higher vibrational, version of ourselves. Okay. So this is where, we've been eliminating toxic people. We've been eliminating drama. We've been eliminating bullshit. Okay. So as long as you're staying true to your past, staying true to who you are, go back within. Okay. And realize what it is that you're bringing to the table, who you are, and whatever. I was talking to my friend Julie Murphy, who we usually do a live with on Monday. But she was saying, follow the giggle. so I mentioned, well, how about like a little diddle, diddle giggle? It made me chuckle. I hope it made you chuckle too. So with Mercury stationed to go direct, all right, and finishing up its square to Saturn, this is sort of like ripping off the Band-Aid, but it's not going to happen at least for a few days. Okay, so this means that there's a good chance that the poles are not going to really have an answer for us just yet. Mercury brings issues with communication, issues with technology. So yeah, kinky. You know how it gets down. So that is there's going to be a delay in the process. Okay, but I would like to bring up if you're on Instagram, you can only see this on YouTube. Okay, because I'm here live on YouTube and Instagram. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull up the chart on YouTube and show you guys. I'm going to show you guys Donald Trump and Joe Biden's progress chart to see where they're at and see what we can, think is going to happen. All right, let's see here. I'm going to do Joe Biden first. All right. So, if you are on YouTube, you should be seeing the chart now. Okay. So, can you guys up here? Can you see it? Yep. There we go. Boom. All right. Let's see. Oh, is that? Hold on one second. It's playing a little fuckery with me here. All right. Okay, so no, you cannot go to another planet. You have to stay here and make this one great. Make this planet great again. All right, so we have Joe Biden has his ascendant right now is at 22 degrees of Aquarius. Interesting. And his south node is right on his ascendant. His sun is his 12th house. So he the 12th house represents the deep unknown, right? With all this conjunct his ascendant, this is how he's bringing himself out of the world. But with the south node there, it's almost like, his past is coming up to haunt him. And with the Aquarius, this is about technology. This is sort of being disconnected, right? Seventh house opposite to that, almost exactly opposite, is Chiron conjunct the North Node. Now, Chiron conjunct the North Node in the seventh house. Whew. So basically, his identity, he sees his identity through how other people see him. So if that's the case, he's probably feeling like a pretty not so great right now, actually. And North Node, the seventh house, means that his soul wants to connect with other people, right? But that's where his deepest wound is. Okay, fuck yeah. We have Pluto and Black Moon Lilith in the sixth house. Well, Black Moon Lilith with him in the sixth house is a really, really not a very good aspect because Black Moon Lilith is our deep, dark sexual desires, right? And sixth house represents work, represents day-to-day productivity and stuff. And Pluto is death and rebirth, transformation in Leo. So this could be a difficult one for Mr. Joe, right? Jupiter in the fifth house. Now, Jupiter in Cancer is exalted in the fifth house. This is entrepreneurship. This is doing his thing. It's also about children. So I'm sure he's a compassionate guy. He does really care. But it is quincunx to his son. So he doesn't know really. It's like there's some good things happening for him, but he doesn't really understand what it is, or he's not really directly connected to it. It's like sort of around him, but it's like something he can feel, but it's like, where to go? Where is it? Right? Now, the first house is Venus conjunct the moon in Pisces. That's deep. Now, Venus, so he has a very powerful feminine energy going on. So it's almost like he's attempting to get people to come to him through his compassion, but I'll be honest, not really sure how much that's going to be working for him. Saturn conjunct Uranus in the fourth house, and Uranus at 0 degrees of Gemini. That's deep. And there's a grand air trine here. No, it's not air. There's a grand trine here. It's not exact. But he's going deep into his roots, trying to figure it out, right? But with Mars and Capricorn in the 11th house, is all about getting out there and making stuff happen. Now that is sesquiquadrate to his north node, which is like past life shit, is either coming back in a good way or a bad way. And I'm going to be brutal. I'm going to be honest. And this may be coming from a slightly subjective, opinion, because I do have my own personal opinion. I do personally feel that Trump is the better decision. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of hope here for Mr. Biden. So let's look at Trump now. So, wow. All right. So right off the bat, we see Trump has his north node conjunct Uranus in the 8th house at 21 and 17 degrees of Gemini, respectively. Now, right now, the north node is at 20 degrees of Gemini. So literally, the north node is transiting almost exact onto his progressed north node and Uranus. And Uranus rules Aquarius. So, albeit, Joe does have a lot of Aquarius in his chart, in the way he's bringing himself out to the world, but Donald Trump has Uranus in a very, very powerful position in his chart. 8th house is other people. It's other people's money. It's other people. It's working with other people, and his north node is there. I mean, that's destiny. All right. He also has Neptune conjunct Mars, conjunct Chiron, conjunct Venus, conjunct Jupiter, all in his 12th house. There's a lot of 12th house energy going on here for both these guys. All right. And his ascendant is at 29 degrees of Libra, which is incredibly powerful. That's about relationships, being the master of relationships, really. Sun is also in the 11th house. So while Joe Biden has Mars in the 11th house, Donald Trump has a sun and moon both in the 11th house in Virgo, and Virgo represents purity, right? So, and in the 10th house, we have Mercury, Saturn, and Pluto, all in the 10th house. His life purpose, he is transforming himself as he is transforming the nation. That is what I'm seeing here. All right. He has his Jupiter, Venus, Chiron, all trine over to the north node in Uranus. He does have the moon square over to his north. His moon is square the node, so that's where emotionally it's a lot of tension. But I mean, look at what the hell's going on. All right, but I mean, this guy just and he has White Moon Selena in the 6th house. White Moon Selena in the house of day-to-day work. That is his spiritual gift, dude. I hope all you guys are Trump fans on here, because you know, I'm pretty sure Trump's going to win, and honestly, I hope he does. So that is my prediction. I didn't want to make that too long because we still got to get into the energy of the week, but it's pretty powerful. He definitely has support from the cosmos right now for sure. Okay, so let's see. Question: do birth charts? If so, how much? Oh, well, I don't even know how to biracial conjure witch. You can go to my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com, and check that out if you'd like to see my prices and all that stuff. But I appreciate you asking. All right. So, all right, on to the energy. Yeah. But now with all this stuff going on, there's still going to be some issues, some problems that are going to have to be unfolded and, processed and dealt with here over the next, couple weeks, probably with where the position of Mercury is. Because remember, also, right now, Mercury is in Libra, right? It's finishing up this energy of Libra. So it's making its third and final pass from Libra into Scorpio, all right? Yes, oh my darling, I agree with you. He has been transforming. So we move on to, let's see, tomorrow. We're also coming into our Venus opposite to Mars. So with Mars now basically stationed, okay, it's at 15 degrees. That's as far as it's going back in that degree. So it's moving seconds a day. So Mars is practically stationed this entire month because it's gonna go direct on the 13th, and then it's gonna go forward, but it's gonna be moving very slowly around the time. So the Mars influence is gonna be extra strong this month. Okay, on top of course, the other aspects, which are the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, which is a third of 3. So we're finishing up some massive transformative cycles this month right now, which is bringing us to a new chapter, to a new life, to a new place that is unexpected, that is unknown. So take that leap of faith. If this was a tarot card, it would be the Fool. All right. We need to take a leap of faith and step into who we want to be. Now, up to this point, right, because we have been expanding and growing so much, we may have thought we wanted some certain things. We may have thought that we loved or liked certain things. We may have thought that we really needed certain things. And now we're realizing that we don't. That, in fact, we want this other thing, or that we want to build and create these other things, right? Or we want, we're getting a deeper understanding of who we are. Thus, we're getting a deeper understanding of what we desire and where we want to go with it. Okay. So with the Mars-Venus opposition, this can either be a whole lot of passion. If you have a really great chemistry with someone, or if you have really deep desire for like a new project or a new business venture, or just something new that brings out the divine masculine and or divine feminine within you, then this is like you're being like a slingshot, right? Well, Mars is pretty much all the way pulled back now, and as it's all the way pulled back, Venus has come by saying, "Hey, you, how you doing?" And it's just sitting out here for a couple days, right? And then on 12, it's going to go, and when it lets go and it comes out, it's just going to be like, all these new awarenesses and opportunities, and holy shit, and hitting the fan in a good way, and what the fuck is going on, right? Now, if you're in a not so great situation, Venus because remember, Venus is in its home sign of Libra, so it's powerful there, right? Mars in its home sign of Aries, so it's powerful there. However, it is retrograde, so it is going within. So Venus is coming in saying, "Hey, is this what you really want? really like getting down to the very, very core. Like you're in the 12th round, you're fucking exhausted. You don't know how much you have to go. And your coach coming up to you like, hey, come on, you know, like it's all heart. It's all you got. What is it going to take to break that last piece of your heart open to keep fighting for what you want, to live the life that you want to live? Who do you want to fucking be? Really? Because you can't do it if you don't have heart for it. If you don't have heart for it, what's the point? And this is where the universe is calling us out in our bullshit. And I'll tell you what, I am no exception. Okay? I am right there with you all because I have been like, I feel this, like something's coming, dude. Something change. I've had some very unexpected opportunities coming my way that I'll divulge when it's a little more solid. All right. But yeah, this is where it's the sort of really intense, gritty, like it's the last little bit, like you're just gonna crack the rest open, right? Do you really want to finish Hell Week? Do you really want to finish that final exam? Do you really want to, you know, get to this place that you say that you want to be getting your whole life? This is where it's at. This is where the work is. This is that last couple reps that you don't want to do. This is that place that separates, you know, the exceptional from the normal, from the ordinary from extraordinary. And Venus opposed Mars retrograde is going to be really, you know, like if you're in a tumultuous situation with a relationship, it's time to get out. And it's going to make it painfully freaking obvious. You're going to be like, I can't do this anymore. I'm done, dude. I don't know what's coming for me, but I'd rather eat shit than sit here and deal with this. Like it's going to suck the life out of you. So, you know, listen to that. I mean, you're going to have to listen to it. It's not like you're going to be able to not, because the universe is speaking so loud right now. Plus next week, and I'll talk about this more next week, of course, but the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction happening almost on the same time as the new moon in Scorpio, which is going to be actually amazing. All right. This new moon is going to be the best new moon that we've had in a very long time. I'm actually really excited for it because it is sextiling all the planets in Capricorn that have been being squared now for the last 3 months. Okay. And you know, when planets sextile, they're having sex. You know what I'm saying? So they like to get together and do that. They don't like to square. All right. They like to have sex. So let's let the planets have sex and just, you know, play nice for a little while. Just play nice. Okay. But also during this process, we do still have, of course, Neptune squaring the freaking nodes. And that's going to be happening for a while now. We have the nodes at 20 degrees. All right. We have Neptune at 18 degrees. So, and Neptune is actually stationing to go direct this month as well, not till later this month. All right. But Neptune is one of the slowest moving planets. So when it slows down, it's barely noticeable. Like I personally, like if you're a Pisces or a Cancer, you might really, or if you have a very solid Neptune placement or Pisces placement in your chart, you'll probably feel it. Okay. But if not, then you won't really feel it that much. But Neptune's getting ready to go direct. So that is where like all this media fuckery is going to be kind of crazy. Oh, what? You think it can't get any more crazy? Yeah, it's going to get way more. It's like borderline ludicrous speed. It's going to get beyond ludicrous speed. But, you know, this shit has to happen, guys. And don't forget, all right, all this stuff, all right, that has just happened in just this year, this is the pretext, okay, to creating a new world that we're going into for this next, you know, the astrology of this next decade is mind-bogglingly transformative. All right, we are human beings as a species. We're going to look different and live different lives, you know, by the end of this decade. I guarantee it, right? Damn, Dustin. Well, there you go, brother. I'm sure you're feeling that pretty strong then. So, you know, we're coming into the United States Pluto return as well. Okay, not till the end of 2022. And by then, we're going to have Saturn conjuncting Neptune at the very end of Pisces. And then we're going to be coming into Aries with all those energies. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be like brand new, like, you know, a lot of new everything. Okay. This age of Aquarius is going to be finally stamped into existence when we hit the Saturn Jupiter conjunction. And real quick on that, you know, the Saturn Jupiter conjunction, it's not good or bad necessarily, okay? Because they you know, a conjunction is a neutral aspect, and Saturn is considered a malefic, but Jupiter is considered a benefic. So everything sort of cancels each other out. What it does do though is it shifts, it changes humanity. All right. And it's shifting from an earth sign to an air sign. So that is essentially the shift, the uptick in technological advances, in doing things more cerebrally, or, you know, with technology. There's gonna be a lot of technology going on. All right. Thank you, Dustin. I really appreciate that, brother. You're the man. And all you guys, thank you guys so much for joining the chat. I love you all very much. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in here, and if I can, I will get to them, okay? Also, if you're interested in joining the bomb-ass opportunity community, go to my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com. Check it out. We just had an awesome meeting with my boy, Energy is Truth, David Palma, talking about ayahuasca and plant medicine and spirituality. Shamanism is just fascinating discussion. A few weeks ago, we had my super homie, Maruma too, at Sun Soul Astrology on there, talking about quantum astrology and walk-in souls. And, you know, and on the weeks that we don't have, you know, special guest speakers, you know, we all connect together and we all talk and we all see what's going on. We talk about the energy and we all help each other network and connect and thrive. I've seen so many of my people in my community, you know, build their businesses and brand themselves and get clients from, you know, just connecting with them, finding combo practitioners and just, you know, helping each other, you know, help others. It's an absolute beautiful community. Highly recommend you join. What's up, Maggie? So yeah, I know, right? Quantum astrology is at Sun Soul Astrology. Maruma too. She's my astrology mentor, and she is a freaking genius. She created quantum astrology, actually. So yeah, it's no joke. So, you know, don't forget we are in the middle of Scorpio season, and Scorpio season it's highly sexual. It's like a detective. Right? We want to figure shit out, especially in the subconscious mind. Scorpio is highly intuitive, but can be very, oh, that's awesome. But, you know, Scorpio can be very like fixed. A low vibration Scorpio can be very manipulative, very like, you know, I'm gonna play this game to get this in return. It's like I'm gonna hurt people to get what I need, and I'm gonna do it in a mysterious way so they can't figure it out. But a good, you know, high vibration Scorpio is like, I can feel everything that you're feeling, and, you know, if we vibrate, I'm gonna connect with you and I'm gonna help you out, and we're gonna help each other, right? Like a high vibration Scorpio will share their secrets with you. A low vibration Scorpio will take those secrets and use them against you. Basically, that's what that's how I see Scorpio right there. All right. So yeah, big stuff. So we have, let's see. We also have a grand fire trine here on, what day is that? Let's see here. Actually, on November 6th, we're going to have the moon opposed to Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. And that's probably going to be a pretty intense day. But at least we're going to be having Mercury moving forward. Now, with Mars being basically stationed, okay? Think back to, was the end of August, okay? What I'm feeling this energy as is very similar to the first time that Mars squared Pluto. Now, Mars is going to square Pluto again in the middle of December, All right. But right now with Mars stationed, okay, it is quincunx to the sun, which is not the greatest, feeling ever, because like, I mean, especially for anyone that has a very dominant masculine energy. All right. That dominant masculine energy is just kind of being sucked out. There's no, like, when I say ego is that part of us that, brings ourselves out of the world. Like spiritual bodybuilder is my ego that I bring out to you guys, right? It's not that it's good or bad. It's just an identity. It's a personality type that I bring out into the world. Now, granted, that personality type is me. I don't really know how to be anything else than authentic. All right. But it is the character that I've chosen to bring out to you guys. Okay. We all have a character called our ego within us. And Mars and Chiron, all right, are both in our character sector. So our character is going through a massive, like almost like an interrogation, a cosmic interrogation, right? Yes, I can touch on December 21st for sure in a minute. So with this cosmic interrogation, right, the energies are really palpable right now. And with all these things coming up this month, all this is doing for us is saying, hey, what do you really want? And why do you want it? All right. So if you're doing things or you're experiencing things that are bringing you down, that are draining your energy. Now, granted, energy might be a little difficult to come by in and of itself. Okay. Because like, I know for me with Mars retrograde, I don't have a whole lot of mojo to, flow, but energy, but you can still feel happy. You can still feel okay, at peace, not depressed and anxiety and blah, 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 all that shit. Right. So this is where, accepting, okay, I'm tired, maybe, the universe wants me to slow down, focus on something else, focus on looking into these other areas, go into other areas. I've been diving more into learning about my own sexuality. Right. And less about just trying to be learning how to be okay with being all natural and not having to be the best looking, shredded, jacked, best at everything. Cause I tend to have this need or desire to want to be the best at everything. And that's just not possible. Right. You can try, but it's, I'm born on January 1st. So I have a one life path number 2. So it's I'm the pioneer. I gotta be the first. I gotta be the best. I gotta do. I gotta be the new. I gotta create this new thing. And then, so it's a fine line. It's a fine line in order to be able to be okay with not always, being the best and being the biggest and being the strongest, being the fastest and being this and that. But also staying, keeping yourself accountable, right? Yes, it's part of playing in this realm. So allow these energies to transform you guys, okay? We need to feed our bodies with good, nutritious foods, okay? Junk food is low vibration. It'll mess your stomach up, which will mess your brain up, which throws you off, okay? Lack of exercise, lack of movement. Now, if you have injuries or if you have limitations, you have to work with, you have to meet yourself where you are. So start with, stretching, or start with getting body work done, or start with decompression, or start with a sound lounge, or start with something that's going to help you heal so you can bring that to the next level. But you have to meet yourself where you're at and unlock it one piece at a time, right? One piece at a time. That's it. That's all it is. That's all you need. And on the 7th, we have the moon moving into Leo. It's going to be trining over to Mars and Chiron, which is going to be kind of nice, and sextiling over to Venus. Yay. Wow. Trinity 2020, you lost 70 pounds. Good work. Hell yeah. I would love for you to come on the community and tell your story. I want to hear that. So the moon trining and sextiling, you know, the divine masculine and the divine feminine is going to really help us to identify with what the universe is trying to tell us, with like, what do you want? What is your desire? And now that Mercury is direct, we're going to start getting more clarity. We're going to start to really understand fully what it is that we need to go towards. Now, technically on November 7th, okay, November 7th was just a few days, I mean, I was speaking and then I looked at the chat and I said, I will soon. And I combined them together in my mind. It's hilarious. On the 7th, we have Jupiter moving into 22 degrees of Capricorn. So technically, it's going to start to be conjunct at the same degree, not the same minute, okay, but it's at the same degree, so that the energy is heightened, all right, on the 7th. And it will be in the same degree until the 13th, which is when, guess what? Mars goes direct. Can't make this shit up, okay? Man, so at least today, we have Mercury going direct. Hallelujah. We got a little bit longer until Mars goes direct. Hang on. We're getting there. Okay. And we're going to be having the energy of this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. Now, once Jupiter passes Pluto, that's when the gifts start to come in. Okay. That's when the good things start to happen. Not that good things are not happening now, but there's been like, you know, you got to dig down, then you got to come back up. Then you dig down, come back up. There's an excavation process on multiple levels going on right now, okay? And with the excavation process, it can feel like you're in a house of mirrors. Like, what the fuck is going on? Who is what and where and how? And I don't know, and I don't get it, all right? So, so as you go through these experiences and you allow them to teach you, okay? Don't be like me and beat the shit out of yourself, okay? I'm doing my work to be nicer to myself, all right? And it's just you know, it's not easy sometimes. It's not easy sometimes. And right now this energy is just so it's gripping and it's just pulling and it's yanking. It's like this gotta go, nope, this, nope, that, and you're not doing this, and you are doing this, you're gonna do this, and you you might have no idea why or how. You may have no idea why or how you're going to get through these things, or what you want to do, or where you're going to go, or what or how or where or why. You don't need to know that right now. It's going to come when it's meant to come. So keep that mind positive, all right? Keep your heart strong. I know a lot of things this year have tested the strength or the depth of our heart's ability to move through stuff. All right. We've had to get through a lot of deep, dark shit, but you know, light workers, this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been doing. Okay. So we've had some periods of time that have been tough. We also had a period of time that have been absolutely amazing. Right. And no matter where you're at right now, whether you're in a calm, beautiful, serene state, or whether you're still in a place of working through some stuff, I honor you. And I thank you for doing the work, because look, with you doing the work on you, what's up, Christina? You doing the work on you is changing the world, literally. Okay. That is the work that is being done that is creating this 100th monkey effect and actually creating this expansion of consciousness. Because when we do the work within, we're changing our vibration, and we change our vibration, that we are a fractal of the collective, right? We are all connected. So this is where we are really doing the work, and we are really changing the world. So I honor all of you, and I'm so grateful for all of you tuning in and following, you know, my content. And please do me a favor. If this content resonates with you, please share it to someone that you think will resonate with it, right? Thank you, Christine. I appreciate you too. You know, share this content, like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know, get your friends to subscribe. You know, like the more activity we have going on here, the more people will know what's going on. All right. And I love you guys so much for, you know, for your support and for always being here with me and for me. And so this week is gonna be a little bit of a slow start, and a little bit of it's almost gonna be like shaking the rust off and moving forward. I think that my prediction, President Trump's gonna win, and we're gonna have 4 more years of him. It's actually gonna be a good thing. Okay, and I think that things are gonna start turning around for next year. All right, next year's gonna be a very different year. In fact, I'm going to be coming out with 2021 videos here in the next week or so. So keep an eye out for that. So as for this week, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you all. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it if you like a reading from me. Join the Opportunity Community. Download my free ebook. Or get in some of my coaching. Please go to spiritualbodybuilder.com. All right. I love y'all, and I will see you on the next report.